It's your pal Wade McElwain here. How we doing, everybody? It's lockdown. It's continuing lockdown. It's still 2020. What the heck is going on? Smile on my face means there's trauma inside. Tuck it all down deep. No, I'm doing okay, folks. How are we? Mentally, physically, financially? It's tough for everyone out there, and obviously it's only phase one of this. It's the first stage, so it's a long haul. We all got to work together on this one, and I know it's frustrating for a lot of people. I'm been trying to make it better for all of you by making quizzes. Some of you have been watching, not a lot have, but doesn't mean I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm going to keep making lots of quizzes for everyone because I love trivia, and these things should stand the test of time. Now, there's a lot of trauma going on in the world right now. There's a lot of other things that have been exacerbated as a result of COVID, of lockdown, of simmering problems that have never fully addressed. And I'm not going to get into those. You know, I'll do a politics quiz, but my opinion is moot in these kind of things, folks. I don't want to contribute to nonsense because that's what I've got to say. It's pretty much. I think we all know what's going on, and I'm a white boy from Canada. Okay, I listen. I'm just listening to everyone right now. So, you know, you should probably listen as well and ask what you can do. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make quizzes about history and geography and fun stuff like that. Lighten the mood, right? So this one I thought, you know what? Everyone's talking about the world, and if you go onto Facebook, everyone knows so much. Isn't it so good? You don't even need... I mean, I went to university. A lot of people didn't, but they seem to know a lot more than me. And their facts are... They don't really research things. But it doesn't matter. It's your beliefs. I'm not going to jump on that. So I like to do pure facts. Everyone, you want to do the facts? Just the facts, ma'am. Do we know that? Dragnet? Yeah, no one knows. So I thought I'm going to do world capitals in this one. What are the capitals? Capitals of the world. They change so much. So what I'm going to do is give you a picture of the world capital, and then I'll give you a little hint for some of them. I'll tell you probably where, because if you don't know it, looking at it, I've been to a lot of these places, so that's always good. How many world capitals have you been to? A lot of people like to do those Facebook quiz test things where they harvest your information, but how many countries of the world and world capitals have you been to? Going to be 20 questions in this one, folks. 20 fun questions on world capitals. See how you do on this one. Make sure you keep checking out my channels. Starting July 1st, there will be some live streaming quizzes coming through. I just smacked my phone. There'll be live streaming quizzes coming through, so watch this space for that one. There will be pay to play, and there'll be money involved in them as well, but it's still gaming, which I had a hand in helping write the rules for the laws here. So we'll do some of that as well. World capitals, 20 capitals. Are we ready? Boom, boom. They're going to come up right here. You see it, 20 questions, 20 answers, all coming up at the end. Question number one, tell me this one. Number one, what is this world capital? And I'm going to give you a hint. It's in Europe. It's in Europe. Oh, beautiful. River, lights. We know this European capital. Question number two. Another very bright, shiny capital. Look how gorgeous this place is. I'm going to give you a hint. This is in Asia. This is in Asia. You can name this one. It's actually one of the longest, I believe it's the longest capital city in the world. If you actually go by the names that were given to them by the people, it's ridiculously long, but absolutely gorgeous. Question number three, also in Asia. There's one certain country in the world that definitely says this is not a capital, but other people say it is. So I'm going by the CIA World Factbook. It says this is the world capital. Question number four. Ooh, this one's a beautiful capital. They're moving the capital, actually, in this one. Trying to create some more space for it. This capital is quite crowded. It is in Africa, the north part of Africa. Do we know this one? You can almost see the desert and some very famous structures in the background. Tell me which one this was. Question number five. Another beautiful place. They say that this capital is the most temperate capital for weather in the world. I love the country. I love the culture of this one. This is in South America. This country also held the first World Cup. Beautiful. And they say, as I said, they legalized drugs. Not that that matters to me, but good for them. Always progressive when people start thinking ahead. Question number six. This is one of the most populated world capitals on the planet. It is in North America. You can see the mountain range in the background. Which city in North America has a big mountain range and is that highly elevated and that highly populated? Do you know this one? Used to have a lot of smog problem. I think they're tackling this one, but still maintains an issue when you have a lot of motor vehicles at high altitude. Hopefully they go green quick. Question number 7. This one is in Europe. It is a northern capital of a small country, a Nordic country. Do we know which country and capital this one is? Some of these are tough, but I'm hoping that I just give you enough hints. You're going to be able to generally figure this out. Question number 8. This one is in Asia. Beautiful city, as you can see right now. It is the capital of it's an island. It's on an island, I will tell you that, off the coast of India. So I'm giving you a little hint there. Hopefully you'll tell me what the capital is. Very big. It's surprisingly big. You would think about this, but very beautiful, and lots of beaches. Question number 9. Question number 9. I'm going to tell you that this one is also it's in Africa. It's the capital. It's the capital of Tanzania. So I want you to tell me. Do you know the capital of Tanzania? Some people can just spew out world capitals off the top of their head. For question number 9 here, I'm telling you that it is Tanzania, and that I want to know what the capital of Tanzania is. This is what its city looks like if you've never been. Okay, now it's time for question number 10. Question number 10. All right, it's in Europe. Oh, it's a good one. You can tell by looking at the architecture here, the 4 big spires here, really sets up. You should know this one. It's in Europe. It's warm, very lovely, beautiful people. It stays up late. It's a late one. Late city of fun. That's question 10. You know it? Question number 11. We're heading to Australia now. And this is the capital. Now, a lot of people, if you don't know, hopefully you know world capitals and you know automatically what this is. There are a lot of cities in the world where there's an administrative city that becomes a capital, while there might be more populous cities that might be the bigger cities. They tend to move capital cities to cities where they can, get more government workers and not take away from the big tourism, and also cheaper for government buildings. It's a lot of explanation there for you. Question number 12. This is in Africa. It's the capital of Nigeria. Now, it's you may have known it was changed. It used to be Lagos, and it's been changed. So do you know, and again, going back to that earlier thing of why they switched capital cities, Nigeria is obviously huge, fastly growing. This one, if you look at it though, too, it's the capital, the baseball stadium. There's a big baseball stadium there. Big baseball fans. So this is the new capital of Nigeria. Capital number 13. This is in Asia. It's a neighbor of India. I'm not going to give you the name of the country because you hopefully should know this capital. It's very large. This country is very huge population. But it is the capital of a neighboring country of India. They don't always get along, mostly not a lot. Question number 14. This is in Asia. Beautiful. Look at this. Great nightlife here. One of the cheapest countries to live on the planet. Had a history with America. I want you to tell me the capital of this country. I'm not telling you the country. I want to know the capital city. Capital city, right? That's what I'm going for here. That's why the reasons I'm giving you all these hints. I want the name of the city. Hopefully you know the name of these cities. Question number 15. We're heading to Europe. Again, this one, a very ancient capital in Europe. Hopefully you can tell by the structures which country this is. They just struggled under the COVID coronavirus as well. But hopefully you can tell me which city this is. And they'll be open for business soon. Once we can all travel, make sure you go back there and enjoy a €50 pizza. I'm just kidding. I'm sure that's been cracked down on, but they used to have a problem. Question number 16. We're still in Europe for this one. Still in Europe for this one as well. This one is a lot of turmoil. They've had war, but it's come around. This country had many different countries before a Balkan crisis. Now I've given you a hint. Tell me the capital city, this one right here as well. Heading down to question number 17. It's beautiful. It's obviously in the Middle East. It's fun to say. And I will give you a hint on this one, real fun hint. If you were a fan of the Muppets, this is a song from the Muppets, their capital city. Now, I'm not saying they named it after this. I'm just saying it's once you hear the name, you're like, you immediately got to sing it. Middle East, do you get this one? Question number 18, we're heading up north, very north. It's a very northern country in Europe as well. This one, very expensive, very cold, but luckily they've got thermal geysers, that keep them warm all year round. Not too warm, though. Very expensive city. I've been here before, very expensive. Question number 19, we're still in Europe. We're still in Europe right now. This one, an ancient, you can see it's more southern Europe. very ancient culture in Europe, obviously on the water. And as I say, this was one of the colonizing countries of Europe that sort of lost a bit of their gusto, you could say. Small, but very powerful colonizers. And lastly, we're going into question number 20. Everyone, question number 20. It's in Asia. It's an island nation made up of thousands, tens of thousands of islands. And one of the largest Muslim countries on the planet. And my sister used to live there. Not that you have to... that's the hint I needed right there. His sister lived there. They're looking at moving this capital because it's sinking, though. That's it. How do we do? 20 questions. Are you ready for the answers? So what I'm going to do right now, there'll be a quick little answer thing, and then I'm going to play the answers. World capitals, how did you get? Let's do it. 20 questions. Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Wade McElwain. It's answer time in our World Capitals quiz. How do you think you did on that one? I was actually just checking my frame, and I noticed the multiple chins that are sort of slowly graduating from my jawline. I blame COVID Corona on all of those. Not Corona, no one's drinking that, but I blame red wine and crappy food. It's actually, I'm making good food. I'm just getting, you getting tired of making stuff? I'm like, oh, I've already eaten that. Anyway, when you start thinking of these world capitals, you start thinking of all the glorious food that they have. It's a great thing about traveling. It's a great thing about living in a city like London, England, is that you get to have so many different tastes. And isn't that what makes the world so great? Is that you get to taste so many different foods. I live in an area where there's a lot of Turkish food, amazing. Thai food, amazing. It's just nice to be able to travel the world. And hopefully these restaurants get back up and going soon. Look, anyone in the restaurant industry, I know you're hurting right now. Hopefully things will get better. And hopefully a lot of the big chains don't go for the bailout money. I'm hoping a lot of the small restaurant chains that you guys can get some help. Because I have a lot of friends that have their own restaurants out there and they need some help as well. Let's get into this. I'm just going off on a little tangent. Let's get into world capitals. How do we feel about our world capitals? 20 questions, 20 answers. Here we go. Going to bring them all up. See how many you know. First one I asked you, I said question number 1 here. What is this? It's in Europe. You can see the River Liffey behind it. If it is the River Liffey, it's Dublin, Ireland. That's right. It's Dublin. Such a fun city to go to. Can't wait till that opens up again. Question number 2. This city in Asia I told you about. Very fun as well. Long name to pronounce. I'm not going to try to pronounce the whole thing. I will tell you it's called Bangkok, Thailand. And oh my God, the food there, that is such a fun city. For a city that never closes too. It's always open, it's always going. London, snores, it closes early. Question number 3, this one controversial. China does not recognize this country. A lot of people do not recognize it. But some people do, but the CIA World Factbook does. It's Taipei, Taiwan. Question number 4. I said this place is probably going to be moving soon. Because it's in Africa, but they're looking at moving it to a different capital to rejuvenate the business district. It's Cairo, Egypt. It's also overtaken by tourism. I think they want to focus on the world capital. It's like, as I talked about metropolitan areas, maybe if you have the administrative capital, take a lot of the heat. On the one side, you can allow tourism and traffic, because that's a lot of the problem these cities have. It's going to be traffic going forward when you have a city the size of Cairo. Question number 5, it said this country, this city's most temperate climate on the planet, apparently. It's also the best country, apparently, to retire in. It's Montevideo, Uruguay. And I did put a little zippity-doo-dah on that for you. Ciao. Question number 6, this one of the most populous cities in the world, capital cities, vying with Tokyo. But I think it's been usurped. It's Mexico City. I've been there before. The cough goes for days. But I think it's getting better. Question number 7, been here as well before. I told you this is a Nordic capital. Very beautiful. Beautiful people there. You'll feel ugly real quick. And also when you get a beer, you think, maybe I'll look good drunk. Not at 25 euros a beer you want. It's Helsinki, Finland. Question number 8. I said of this place, it's an island country, the capital of an island country, just off the coast of India. Very beautiful. You can tell by looking at the picture here. It's Colombo, Sri Lanka. Question number 9. I told you the country that was Tanzania. And I said, what is the capital of it? It hasn't changed in a long time. It is Dar es Salaam. Question number 10. This place is I think I did. Yeah, question number 10. This one, absolutely beautiful city. I've been there many times before. I love the people, love everything about it. It's Madrid, Spain. Question number 11 now. Question number 11. I asked you, what is the capital of this one? Capital of Australia. What's the capital of Australia? Down under, mate. If you go down under, you recognize there's Sydney. You know that there's Sydney, but you also might know that there's Canberra, which is the capital. That's right. So they have a few big, Australia's populated in the cities, not so much on the inside. Question number 12. I asked you what's the capital of Nigeria. It used to be Lagos. It's now Abuja. It's Abuja, Nigeria. They moved it, and you can say they're trying to make it, I guess, take the heat off of all of Lagos and move the capital city there. Question 13. I said this one is an Asian country, neighbors of India. They don't get along too well. But the capital of Pakistan is Islamabad. Question number 14. This one, again, beautiful country, beautiful people, beautiful food, gorgeous city. It's the capital of Vietnam. I said because they had a problem with the Americans before. And the capital is Hanoi. Question number 15 now. We go to 15. Taking a trip back to Europe again. You can tell by some of the architecture there, if you're looking at some of the cathedrals, hey, maybe that's Italy. And if it's the capital of Italy, it's Roma or Rome. Question number 16. I asked you, this one right here, it's in Europe, in the Balkans. They've had some problems before. I'm looking for the capital of Croatia, and the capital of Croatia is Zagreb. Question number 17. I said this is a Middle Eastern one, and this sounds like a Muppet song. It's the capital of Bahrain, and no offense to the Bahrainese people, but it's Manamana. Manamana. Do 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 do. Manamana. Do 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 do. Manamana. Do 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 do. Manamana. Fun. It's my most fun capital city to say. How do you want a capital city like that? Question number 18. Capital of Iceland. I said it's one of Europe's more northern places. Very expensive as well. Very lovely. Beautiful people. Reykjavik, Iceland. Question 19. Beautiful country as well. Great place to go. Great beaches, great people, great food. Very friendly. I said they've legalized drugs as well. This is Lisbon, Portugal. And question number 20. I told you my sister lived there. You should have got that one right off the bat. It's sinking. The city is sinking. And it's a very populated, one of the biggest, huge island nation. I'm looking for Jakarta, Indonesia. That's it. 20 questions, 20 answers. How did we do here, everyone? Did you get other one right you're thinking of? Did you get all of them right? I hope you did. More quizzes coming up throughout the lockdown. More quizzes. Contact me if you want. Make sure you check out my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, Twitter. I don't really use it much, and Instagram. I put up lots of fun stuff every day. I got nothing else to do. Stay safe. Stay sane. Keep quizzing. Thanks for watching.